her mom's a little cuckoo, so she needed to move out from her mom's house, and she
really?
needed a place to
Wait,
lay her head down. So 2 weeks
She
later,
moved in?
we moved in together.
Oh,
Yeah.
2 weeks later.
Yes. And,
Dude.
yes,
Yeah, yeah.
and I look down and I see an Army chick that's the hottest thing I've ever seen. So I said, "What are you supposed to be, the hot girl?" That was my
Yeah,
line.
nice, yeah.
That was the line. And she's like,
Well, that's
we tend to give our kids, just let them make the mistakes, grow, let them be themselves,
Yeah.
and whoever they want to become.
Yeah,
dude. And we're here to kind of guide them.
You literally would talk about anything with them.
Yes.
Is it creates this trust, you know,
Yes.
where they are going to feel like they can really trust you to come to you with a real problem.
Yes. Yes. His biggest thing with my boys is respect and push-ups.
Nice. Yeah.
I used, right after the Army, I tinkered with penny slots, and there I know everybody's laughing, watching.
slots.
I know Jess Mays is laughing at me right now. I actually made $60,000 in
You
one
did
in
not.
one day. So then I'll put it out at other people, and I follow people,
Yeah.
and then we pump up the stocks.
I see.
I don't know how much else I
Wow.
should be saying. I don't know if that's
No, but
illegal or not.
I don't either.
I
but-
don't know.
So that one thing, you'd passed everything.
Everything, I
It
know.
seemed like that was your path. And
I
that
know.
one thing prevented it, changed the course
Because
of
we got to
your
remember
life.
too, back then, 2008, we were like on the verge of marijuana really even that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But it kind of still was.
Right,
So
yeah.
in Texas, it was a definite. You
Yep.
couldn't be a police officer in Texas
Oh,
if you
wow.
if you weren't clean for like 5 years or something.
Dang, yeah. Today's guest has quite literally done it all. He's worked every fast food job, restaurant job. He was in the military. He wanted to be a police officer at one time. He went to college. He's a really great guy. I met him when I owned a gym here in San Angelo called Fitness United. He and his wife, Amber, great people. He's here to talk about family, raising kids, military experience, and everything in between. Today's guest is my friend, Job Hickman.
Yeah, we rise, we inspire. Forged by fire, turning pressure into power. For real. Bills burn. Yeah, we rise, we inspire. Forged by fire, turning pressure into power. For real.
Welcome back, guys. So we got another special guest. This is my boy right here. This is Job Hickman.
How are you, Mr.
Thank
Matt?
you, man, for coming in.
Appreciate you having me.
Yeah, dude. So, man, I'm excited about this. We've been talking about this for a while, and I think it'll be cool to talk about real estate, which you're a realtor, you and your wife, Amber.
Yes.
To talk about your military experience.
Yep.
You're in the Army. And to talk about raising a family. You got 3 kids, right?
3 kids.
Yeah, dude. So before we get into it, I'm going to let you do your elevator pitch. So look into this camera, tell them who you are and what you do.
Good afternoon, San Angelo.
Yeah.
It's Job Hickman here. How are y'all? My name is Job Hickman, if you didn't know me. I moved here in 2017. I was in the military before, United States Army firefighter. Hoo-ah!
Yeah.
We got out of the Army in 2021. Did serve 12 years as a firefighter. After that, I was actually a in-school suspension teacher for Central High School
Wow,
for
I
5
didn't know
weeks.
that.
I'll tell you about that in the show.
Oh, yeah.
And then I went to work for Ethicon for a couple of years. I was a facilitator over there on the D shift, the Dominators.
Nice.
I miss you boys out there and girls. And then after that, Amber got into real estate, as you well know,
Mm-hmm.
back in the day, and it kind of blew up. So now I got in real estate, and now I'm here to serve my fellow San Angeloans. And
Awesome. Thank you to Maximus Nutrition for sponsoring the show. Maximus has some of the best nutrition and supplementation in the Concho Valley. Take it from me, as a strength coach for over 10 years, I've shopped there and got all my supplements from there. There's 2, in fact, that I'd like to personally recommend to you. One is a good protein supplement called UMP Beverly International. It's got one of the highest bioavailability rates, so your body actually absorbs like 90% of the actual protein instead of like 60%. The other thing they carry is methylene blue. It's a really cool supplement. Do some research on that one, but it helps with mitochondrial energy uptake. So it helps you to recover faster, have more energy and focus in the gym. So thanks, guys. Maximus Nutrition. They got 2 locations, the one on Sunset and the one on Knickerbocker. I want to thank Winter the Barber, our newest front-end sponsor of the Matt Cottrell Report. Winter the Barber is located at Fresh Cuts, which is in the Sunset Mall right across from Marshall's. Winter does it all. She specializes in men's cuts, beards, she does waxing, the works. You got to go see Winter. She also does the little kids. She's got great rates. Also does walk-ins. Winter the barber. Tell her Matt Cottrell sent you. I want to thank the San Angelo Performing Arts Center and my good friend Yuki Kunoyuki for sponsoring the Matt Cottrell Report. SAPAC is really great for San Angelo and the Concho Valley. Guys, the more we get out and watch live performances, whether it's a comedy show or live music or anything they put on over there, it's going to help our community grow with the arts and culture. So thank you, SAPAC, sincerely from the Matt Cottrell Report. We hope to see you at a show.
Yes, great to be here. I'm excited to be here. I've been wanting to do this for a long time.
Man.
Like I've been.
This is good.
And Jess Mays actually, I don't know if you saw that. She tagged me, and I was like, yeah.
She did?
Yeah, she tagged me and said,
Recently?
dude, right
cool.
after that last show with Christian you had on here.
Oh, yeah.
And Jess was like, Joe would be the perfect. I was like, we've been talking about this.
Yeah.
And finally,
so did you see when she came on with her buddies for the Comic-Con deal? What's it? Cosplay.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a cool one.
Yeah. She's cool.
Yeah. So if you just
I miss you,
joined us-
Jess.
Yeah, we miss you for real. So if you just joined us, Job Hickman is our guest today. This episode will probably be out next week. But let's start off. I want to talk a little bit about how you met your wife. So how did you meet Amber?
So Halloween night, 2005. What the odds are is I was dressed up as a Jamaican man with the long dreads, and I
Wait, hold on. You didn't go blackface, though, did you?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Just the dreads.
Yeah.
And I had a Hawaiian shirt, the shorts, everything to get up. I lived in Louisville, Texas. I was going to a university in North Texas at the time. And
how old were you?
I was 20 years old.
Okay.
Yeah. 20 years old.
Dude.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back in 2005.
Nice.
Yeah. 20 years old.
Yeah.
And I was living with roommates. We had 3 of us in these apartments in Louisville. So obviously not doing what I was supposed to be doing. Grades were terrible, partying too much.
Yeah.
And then one night, my love of my life, my angel,
walked
in the front door, and I can mention it to this day, man. I'm standing on the top. In it was kind of like my bedroom was on the second floor, and you kind of came in through like the foyer downstairs.
Did you have the Jamaican stuff?
Yes.
On? Okay,
And I look down, and I see an army chick that's the hottest thing I've ever seen. So I said, "What are you supposed to be, the hot girl?" That was my line.
Nice.
That was the line. And she's like, "Oh, you're funny." I was like, "I'm trying to be funny." You know? And then we went out that night, went to Halloween party. And it was cold that night. Yeah. So I remember, and she just broke up with her boyfriend. I got lucky.
Really?
Yeah.
What was she wearing, though? Was she wearing...
Oh, army. Oh, yeah, my bad.
What was it, army pants or like a skirt?
No, army skirt.
Oh, okay.
With army shirt with like face paint underneath and like wet hair.
Okay.
And Amber knows the wet hair gets me every
that gets
time.
you.
Yeah, the curls, the wet hair.
The wet hair, all right.
It gets me.
Nice.
So that's what she was wearing. So I'm like, "What are you supposed to be, the hot army?"
Right.
You know, now you can kind of see it. And then we went to the we went to Halloween parties, and then I was, I didn't know if I was getting nervous because she was way out of my league.
Right.
You've seen Amber.
But were you
everybody in this
she's
town,
gorgeous.
and every time Amber's like, "Oh, dude,
for
you're
sure.
way out of your league."
For sure.
Like, I know.
So were you already hitting on her and stuff and talking to her throughout the night?
Yeah, well, I was trying.
Yeah.
But Amber's a lot prettier than me, so she has a lot of people talking to her,
That's
right?
true, yeah, I bet.
But I was very smart. I'm going to teach my son something.
What'd
This
you
is
do?
how your dad did it. I never told him the story.
Let's put us on game.
So
put young Levi on game.
Yeah,
here.
Levi's watching right now,
Levi's
so
here,
he's listening. My youngest.
We'll throw him in a minute if he
son.
wants to, but yeah.
So anyways, it's cold. It's probably 25 degrees, and I knew if I loaned a jacket, but I can't go cheap. You got to go nice Adidas reversible jacket.
Yeah.
Because then if you do that, they're gonna feel bad probably.
Right.
At least say, "Hey man, you want your jacket
That's
back.
good.
Give me one more chance."
That's good. That's smart. All
Smart, right?
I like that. Yeah.
So she's like, "Oh, I'm cold," and she's not wearing much clothing, and I'm like, "I'm the nice guy." I'm like, Here you go. Here's a red Adidas jacket. I still have it today. It's in our closet. Yes.
Yeah.
So I gave her the jacket. A week went on, and then boom, I get a phone call.
Yeah.
And turns out that the boyfriend was cheated on her like 2 days before this.
Dude.
So I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
And then
your opportunity.
She goes, "Do you want your jacket back?" And I was like, "Yeah, do you want to meet up? You want to go to lunch? I'll get the jacket, forget the jacket. We're past the jacket."
Yeah.
So then I said, she asked my favorite restaurant, which was sweet of her. I was like, that's weird for a woman to ask you your favorite.
What was it?
Olive Garden.
Really?
So my
Okay.
favorite Olive
Yeah.
Garden, my favorite restaurant,
Yeah.
my favorite food's chicken parmesan.
Okay. Yeah.
So I said, hey, Amber, at the time, would you like to go to Olive Garden and get lunch? And boom. Next thing you know, her mom's a little cuckoo, so she needed to move out from her mom's house, and she
really?
needed a place to
Wait, what?
lay her head down. So 2 weeks
She
later,
moved in?
we moved in together.
Oh,
Yeah.
2 weeks later.
Yes. And
Dude, that's
yes,
great. I didn't
we
know that.
honestly, we moved in as roommates. No one ever. I never told them my story. So we kind of moved in as roommates. I slept on the couch. She slept in the bed, and
Whoa.
just and then
Interesting.
one
dude.
thing fell in another, and then we
Yeah.
fell in love. In 23 years.
That's
no,
amazing, dude.
22 years later, 3
It's been
kids,
that long, huh?
5 PCS moves in the Army, or 4, sorry.
Wow.
And 3
Yeah.
kids, and
Did you know pretty quick though? Did y'all know, or was it like something where y'all were friends and then became like fell in love, or did y'all
Instant.
know? Really?
Instant, yes.
Okay, that's usually
I
how
got
the
nervous.
best is.
I'm still nervous to this day around that.
Really?
Yes.
Dude,
And
that's amazing.
Everybody's always like, well, how do you know? Because you feel nervous.
You know, the one thing I can say that you pick up on very quickly whenever you are around each other is it's almost like y'all are dating. There's like this,
Yeah.
and I don't want to. There's literally like this sexual chemistry. You know what I'm saying
Yeah.
between the two of you.
Yeah, no,
and it's
she's-
like y'all been together over 20 years. You know, so that's
23.
pretty cool.
I
man.
tell him and his brother and my daughter, I'm like, you got to marry your best homie. you know?
Yeah, that's the other
Because,
thing you got going for you.
I mean, think about it, dude. I have 2 high school friends that I stay in contact
Right.
with.
Yep.
So when high school goes, life
right,
just
dude.
goes, and
It's so true.
you know, so you got to find that special homie, and
Yeah.
and then
That's amazing, dude.
here we are. Now, she
Yeah.
gets my nerves. Don't get me wrong.
Oh
but
yeah.
I'm
do
a
y'all
lot.
have
too.
do y'all? This is something that
Yeah.
can be a little controversial, and
Yeah.
people have different opinions. But do y'all have arguments in front of the kids, or maybe, or do y'all make sure to do it behind closed doors? Because
Ooh.
here, let me preface
Yeah.
this. So some people think that it's actually healthy to have out arguments in front of your kids because it's a demonstration and a model of
Yeah.
how to resolve conflict.
Yeah.
While other people think, no, keep it behind closed doors. They don't need to see that. So
Yeah.
what's y'all's approach on that?
So I can't lie because he's standing
know,
right.
right?
He's sitting
I
right
know.
here. We do. I'll be honest, Matt. So we're like I don't know any other couple. I only know mine.
Yeah.
So Amber and I will go years and years and years without an argument. We really will.
Wow.
Really, really
Yeah.
well. And then I'm about to tell you. And then it goes into 6, 7 months where you're going in each other's
Okay.
throat. Just
Yeah.
life.
Like
just
phases like that.
phases, you
Yeah.
know. But when we do, yes, we've never gotten into like a. I've never gotten into any crazy arguments, hitting, so
Right.
nothing crazy.
Yeah, you
but
aren't
yelling,
like
yes.
that, yeah.
Oh yeah, we yell.
Absolutely. Yeah. It
And
happens.
I raise them boys as if me and you were talking right now. So
That's
everything,
cool,
and
dude.
we're very honest with them, and we tell them
Interesting.
like
I wanna ask you about
exactly what's
that,
going
too.
on. We
Yeah.
tell them everything that's going on in our household.
Uh-huh.
He knows our financial situation. He
Wow.
knows our marriage situation. Yes, we're
Yeah.
because you got to remember too, being in the Army too, you
Yeah.
have no other support. So it's just
Yeah,
Amber. And
that's right.
my mom is batshit crazy.
Really?
So and then Amber's mom's batshit crazy. So it's
Okay.
just Amber and
so
I.
y'all just rely on each
and
other.
what's made us so it's just been us.
Yeah.
Only us for 23 years. We've never had any other.
Wow.
You know, my grandpa's always been there.
Yeah.
But he's older, you know.
Yeah.
But just growing up, the only family we've had is Amber and I.
Right.
So that's what's made us like, we might
got you.
yell and we might yell and scream at each other, but then 10 minutes later, maybe a day goes by.
Yeah,
and we're
that's
back
good.
back
Yeah.
to normal. Because
Yes.
we realize all you have is,
That's right. Yeah.
raise each other. So
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you about, and this is something that me personally, as a dad of a 4-year-old,
Yeah.
that I want to know, because as my son gets a little older, I want to know how to go about this, and that is kind of what you touched
Yeah.
on is, do you think it's best to? I mean, have y'all raised your kids in a way that's there's literally nothing off out of bounds, that you'll talk about anything with them, that you don't hide anything, that you're extremely transparent, honest with them? Or is there a line, like where certain things you don't tell them or whatever? What has y'all's approach been with that?
Just like me being Joe, everybody, we're
Yeah?
completely open.
Wow.
He does.
Yeah.
I don't think. Is there something? I mean, I don't think he knows. All 5 of us talk about everything.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
if he'll cuss me out and I'll cuss him out. Yeah. We both use
Your
excessive.
12-year-old? Yeah.
Oh yeah, we both use
11,
excessive
12.
profanity. That's my
Dang.
hiccup
Yeah.
as a dad.
Right,
That
yeah.
I use too much profanity. Probably. That's. I'll
okay.
admit it. On,
Yeah,
on
sure.
live show.
Yeah, we all have our
but
deals.
I'll tell you what, me and the boys and Emma, I believe, have the best relationship, and
Yeah.
Amber and I were just. I don't know. They're just like our.
Well, that's
we tend to give our kids. Just let them make the mistakes, grow. Let them be themselves.
Yeah.
And whoever they want to become.
Yeah,
And
dude.
we're here to kind of guide them.
Yes.
The biggest thing that my advice for any father out there is just love them.
You know,
just
you're
love 'em.
right, man. And so I think
And
the
try-
other
try
side
to
of that,
mold somebody,
the-
you know?
yes, like the profanity, all that. But the other side of that is because you guys are so close knit, and you literally would talk about anything with them.
Yes.
Is it creates this trust, you know,
Yes.
where they are going to feel like they can really trust you to come to you with a real problem.
Yes.
So an example, I told this one time, but did you ever watch the Sean Ryan show? Great podcast. His son is 4 years old, like my son, and he told this story. He said he was watching his son, and he pushed over this family heirloom. It was like a vase,
Okay.
and it broke, it shattered, and he was about to go address it, and he was like, you know what, I'm going to wait and see what he does with this. So he watched him, and he thought he was going to try to push it under the rug or something, but instead he immediately ran straight to his dad, and he goes, Dad. I broke the vase. I'm so sorry. Like he was worried, but he felt comfortable enough to come straight to his dad and lay it at his dad's feet because he knew Dad will help me fix this. Even if he's mad at me, he's going to help me fix this, and I trust that.
Yeah.
And that's because he is extremely open with his kids and will talk to him about anything. So I mean, are your kids kind of like that as well? They'll tell you about any problem they have?
Anything.
Dude,
Yes.
that's
I think
amazing.
so. Will you tell me any
Do
issue?
you trust your dad with everything pretty much? Like, is there anything that you wouldn't tell your dad that
Anything
you
you
would feel like
wouldn't
tell
tell
a
me?
friend instead? Or would you tell your dad like a friend, you can tell him anything? Really?
Oh, there you
That's
go.
amazing.
The
That's
truth
amazing.
has spoken.
You're going to
Now
have to tune in to catch the rest, guys. You can go ahead and end that. Thank you, Levi. We'll see you soon. But go ahead.
But
Jeff.
he also has. So he has. His biggest thing with my boys is respect and push-ups.
Nice. Yeah?
That's our biggest thing.
Wait a second. What do you mean with the push-up? How do
he-
you use that?
Tell Mr. Matt, what do you have to do every
What do
day?
you A day?
Before any
Dude,
videos, before anything. That's
I
my big
like
rule.
that.
'Cause you got to be strong.
I like
feeds
that.
the body strong, and spiritually it keeps you
Yes, dude.
keeps you. I'm not huge into religion, so that
Yeah.
I'm just my way of just keeps the mind.
Sure.
Just keeps you,
Yeah.
strong. The
Dude,
world's
I
tough.
love that, man.
So
yeah.
he does 100
cool.
push-ups a day,
Yeah.
and he just out in public. He's got to be respectful.
I love that, dude.
So-
Yeah, I love. That's
And
one
if
thing-
not, he knows I'll beat his ass when we get
Really?
home. I'm joking. No,
I know, but that's
Yeah.
a very big deal to y'all is that they're respectful.
Yes,
I
he's
love
really
that,
respectful,
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's gotten spanked twice his whole life, maybe 3
Oh
times.
yeah.
but-
Do you remember those spankings?
yeah, maybe.
You never forget them. Yeah.
Emma and Jude never got
remember
spanking
one-
in their lives.
Who?
So. Emma and Jude.
Oh, they haven't?
No.
Only Levi?
Only Levi.
Wow. You're special, dude.
He's special. Yeah.
Yeah. So the other thing I want to talk about is what I like also about your kids is they have their passions and they go all in on them. For instance,
in.
like Levi, he's football is his thing. He's a quarterback.
Yep.
He plays flag and tackle football. It's in sixth grade.
Yep.
And your daughter
Fifth
Emma,
grade. He's going
fifth
into
grade,
yeah.
going into sixth.
He's been playing since second grade.
Yeah,
third
okay.
grade. So he's third grade.
third
sorry.
grade.
Yep.
And then Emma is a track star. She's
Yep.
literally never lost a race. She said, right? She does the 110
Nope.
hurdles.
Yeah, 110 districts is today. We have 8
Dude.
schools.
And then your other son,
Jude is a professional. He calls him. Levi says
He's
he's
a
a
gamer.
he's a D1
Dang.
VR player.
D1 VR.
Is
Okay.
what Junior has
Well,
him
let's
labeled.
start with Levi since he's here. Let's talk
Okay.
about his football a little bit.
Okay.
So he started in third grade.
Third grade.
And did y'all start with flag, of course, or
Started
did y'all
with
do
flag.
Okay.
I started coaching him. We started playing in the
Nice.
backyard. And at first, I was like, "Man, this is not going to be good. I don't know
Why?
how coaches do it.
Oh, 'cause
it's
he
so hard
didn't have
to
much,
get
like,
a third
coordination
grader.
and stuff, or-
No, just
the rules of the game?
how to. To me, being a coach, me learning how to be a coach for my son, it was
Yeah.
so hard at first.
bet, dude.
Because you have to somehow connect, but you can't go.
You can't be dad.
You can't be dad, and you can't be a hard ass.
Okay.
Because I don't believe. I think at that age you have to. My as my coaching, what I
Right.
believe is you have to teach them the love of the game, be fun, have fun.
I think that's
I think
really
dads
true.
go too hard, too young.
You're right.
Because I coach these kids.
That'll turn them off of
It'll
it.
turn them
Yeah.
off, and like we have a lot of talent on our couple teams, but there's a couple dads, and I'm like, man, if they would just relax, this kid would just blossom.
That's
but
right.
When a kid's too scared to make a mistake,
Yep.
they're not gonna
God,
take.
that's true,
They're
man.
not gonna go for the hurdle or the
Yep.
spin move because they're just scared to make
Too
a
much
mistake.
anxiety. Can't play like
And
that.
Levi
Yeah.
just lays it all out, you know.
Yes,
like,
dude.
What I tried. It took me a year or two to get him to be able to just go with it.
Yeah.
You know, and
yeah.
that was the hardest thing of coaching him. And the techniques, the forms, all that just kind of was easy to over time.
Yeah.
And then, but he was pretty bad. I'm not going to lie. His first month
Yeah.
or two at football,
Yeah.
right, junior.
That's how it is when you start. Yeah.
It took him about 6
Yeah.
months, and then we kept practicing at it and kept throwing the ball, and routes and routes, and
Yeah.
he couldn't catch a cold at
Dang.
first. Now he,
Yeah. Yeah.
to me, he's going to put Grape Creek on the mat and bring home a state title.
Oh, that'd be
I'm
sick.
going to go
dude.
ahead and say it right now.
All right, you're calling
Because
it.
I'll tell you what, any other flag or football
Mm-hmm.
team, when they know that they're going against him on the other side, it's
Do they
that big of
really?
an issue. Yes.
Well, you said he scores on average like 2 or 3 touchdowns a game.
Easily 200 or 300, couple hundred rushing yards, couple touchdowns.
Dude, and he's got speed.
His speed.
That's what's interesting to me is he's already learning the mechanics of throwing the ball, of reading a defense, but he's got speed.
Yeah, but his biggest
which-
thing is his IQ's higher.
Oh, yeah?
higher than me and yours. He's gifted and
No.
talented. So that's what.
Oh, that's huge.
And he has the ability to completely zone in.
Oh,
And
yes.
when he zones in
Yeah.
a football, no one's gonna get in his way. He's gonna get
Wow.
the touchdown. You know,
Okay,
it's
that's
just a
pretty
weird. It's
special.
a weird
Yeah.
thing. And he actually was selected. He represented San Angelo down in Round Rock,
For what?
the YMCA of San
Wow.
Angelo. Yeah, he was the
That's cool,
MVP
man.
of the league in YMCA.
Dude, congrats. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
He's
Levi.
legit. Y'all
That's
got to
amazing.
come out and watch him
I
this
can't
summer.
wait.
You
To,
gotta
oh,
come
I'm
out.
going to. I
Yeah.
promise. Yeah.
And I got to give Landon York a shout out.
Okay.
Landon, we love you.
He's
too.
the-
he's
tell-
his coach. Landon York was a state championship from Wall quarterback.
Yeah.
Yes,
Cool.
And he's been coaching junior now for
What's he work with him on? Like footwork,
Footwork and
mechanics.
throwing.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. Because
Nice.
Landon's not the fastest. I love you, Landon. But you're not the
Yeah.
fastest. So he's
that's
not a
cool,
speed
dude.
coach. He's
Yeah.
a throwing coach. But
Yeah.
no, he's brought him. I mean, just. And I want to give Landon York and his mom and dad a shout out.
Yeah.
He is the best young man I've ever come across in my
Really?
time. Yes, Landon York is
Cool,
outstanding. I
man.
mean, he just
Yeah.
looks up. The junior looks up to him so much.
I'd love
and
to
he's
interview
just a-
him if you see this.
You
Landon.
got to
Yeah,
interview him.
that'd be cool.
He's the wall
Yeah.
quarterback. He doesn't even want to play college football.
Really?
He just wants to he doesn't want to have it a job. He's so talented, you know, but he just,
Whoa.
I think he should get into coaching. I've been
Yeah,
telling him. He's
yeah,
just amazing
yeah.
at what he does.
That's
So,
very cool.
I
So
appreciate you.
yeah, what about Emma? Tell us about her.
So Emma's my hurdler.
Yeah.
She's so what's weird is I was a sprinter, if everybody knows.
I remember that. You told me
Yes.
that. Yeah,
So
you were
I-
fast,
I
right?
was fast.
What was your
yes.
40? A 4.6? You said
4.6 in high school.
What was your 100 time? Fastest
about
100?
11.5, 11.7.
Okay. Yeah. Nice.
You know,
Yeah.
it's not
Not
couldn't
bad,
get into
yeah.
tens, but
Right. I mean, that's
um,
insane when you're running
it's
10
insane.
something.
You know, I played punt returner and corner in high school. Not really that much.
What
but
high school did you go to?
Louisville. So it was huge.
Where is that? North Texas.
North Texas. But we were state champions. So like,
Y'all were?
Yes, not when I was in high school.
right.
No, before
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
there. But I'm
Wow.
just the program. It's like South Lake Carroll at that time.
Exactly,
It is
yeah,
now.
yep.
So I didn't get much playing time. When
Yeah,
I was trying to say, Matt,
yeah.
I actually played tennis.
Did you?
Yes, no one.
You
knows
played
that.
tennis.
Yes, I was.
Dude, I would have played tennis. So
because
I
I was so
played-
quick. I get to everything.
Oh, that
But
makes
But my
sense.
technique was terrible.
Yeah, I would have played tennis, dude, but I was a 3-sport athlete. I played football, basketball, and baseball.
Okay.
And I always wanted to play tennis,
It's
though,
fun,
dude.
yeah.
Do you ever play now or pickleball at all?
I don't even think he knew I even played tennis. No,
Really?
I played pickleball at
You
Smashers
should do that
one time.
I need to tell you about something, by the way. So this guy Corey Wright, I don't even know him, but he's
Okay.
like, man, I see you all over, the internet or whatever. And he said, I've been wanting to reach out to you because we're starting a men's league, pickleball league
Okay.
at Smashers.
Okay.
And he was like, since you know a lot of people, if you could tell some other guys. So it's starting, I'll send you the info.
Yeah,
It's
send it
starting
to
in
me.
like 2 weeks. It's every Monday from 7 to 9. And there's going to be like
Me and you on the
6 to
same
18.
team?
Let's do it.
Oh, dude, it's
you want to
over.
do it?
Dude, we're
It's
league
only
champions.
It's only $50.
I've already seen
for
our
the full 6
competition.
weeks.
Smoked them all.
All right, let's do
we're
it.
league champions.
I'll send you the info.
Yeah,
Seriously,
send it to
we'll
me.
go
Yeah.
together.
I have another buddy too.
Let's
He's
do it.
really, really good.
Really? Well, then we
Yes.
just wait. How many people are on team 2? I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Oh,
But that'll
yeah,
be
you're
cool.
right. If it's doubles, yeah, Glenn.
Yeah.
His name was Glenn. I love
Yeah,
you, Glenn.
but
Get on the
bring
bench,
him, though.
Glenn. We'll bring him. 'cause
Yeah.
He's better than I am.
Is he?
He's
Okay,
really
yeah.
good.
I've
Yeah.
only played like once.
Okay, so I'm better than he is.
You are?
But the problem is he has more cardio than me. So he
Oh,
just
yeah, probably me too. Then, yeah.
he's still in the air if he works out so much. I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
do any
yeah,
more
yeah,
running, so
yeah.
he's just.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we need him
Yeah.
as our alternate.
Yeah, I know.
Get in,
Exactly.
Get in there.
Yeah, when we're out of breath.
Yeah.
So back to Emma.
Yeah,
She's
sorry,
a 110 hurdler.
Yes.
And you
And she's
said
a
she's
sprinter.
never lost a race?
Never lost a hurdle race. No.
Wow.
Yes. Yes.
And she has a track meet today. you
Track
said?
meet today.
Yeah.
It's in Merkel.
Cool, man.
So beat Wall.
What school does she go to?
Grape Creek.
Oh, Great Creek. Okay,
So
yeah.
we moved out to we live out in Buffalo Heights. We moved out there.
Dude, I love that area.
Love it.
Do you like living out
Oh,
there?
I love Buffalo Heights.
do?
yeah. If anybody looking for a home, Buffalo Heights, in real estate purposes too, is the
Yeah.
fastest selling subdivision
Why?
in San Angelo. Because you can get a really nice house for under $400,000 an acre of land.
They're
you have the
nice.
July 4th parades. We have Christmas parades. You can have golf carts. It's just
I'd love to live
it's
out
a
there.
quality of life that I love, and you
Yeah.
feel like you're on vacation.
Wow.
Because you're outside of the city. And me being real estate, when I go to work, I go into the quote unquote town, the city. So
Yeah.
then when I go home, I'm like, yes.
Yeah, dude.
We got turkeys
nice,
and a pond
man.
set up
Yeah.
out there. So you have to come out sometime.
You got turkeys?
We got turkeys,
Dude, that's
peacocks,
cool. Yeah?
a pond,
That's awesome,
15
man.
ducks.
Do you ever go exploring out there, Levi? Is there any place to go like walking and exploring out there? Where you live?
Yeah.
The Valley, right? I mean,
Buffalo Heights?
Buffalo Heights. So yeah.
Yeah, they ride golf carts
Yeah,
around.
it reminds me of. I grew up going to friends' houses who lived in Highland Range before that was built.
Yes.
and it reminds me of
It's
a
the-
nicer kind of area like that,
Yeah,
though. You
it's
know?
a newer Highland Range.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's
Cool,
cool,
man.
though. We love living out
Yeah.
there. It's super nice.
So, do you think Emma will end up going to college to run as well?
Yes.
It sounds like it.
Yes, I
Yeah.
think Emma.
That's amazing.
I think Emma has. So she's a freshman as a varsity cheerleader.
Nice.
So
Wow.
and she does the track, and
for
I
her.
think between one of those, yes.
Yeah.
Track is a different hurdles. Okay, so going back to it,
Yeah.
Emma's always been super fast, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And then how one day, hurdle coach Edgelin
Mm-hmm.
up at Grape Creek was like, "Hey, have you ever tried a hurdle?" And I was all for it because I was like,
Yeah.
everybody else is scared to death of hurdles.
Yeah.
And I looked into it. It's probably one of the most efficient ways to get a scholarship.
Is it
women's
really?
track hurdles? Yes.
You hear that?
It's
And
such
then-
a
and
small,
golf, women's
small
golf. But yeah.
niche, you know?
Okay.
Because everybody's scared of hurdles. Have you ever jumped on? I've jumped on a hurdle.
I did hurdles a couple times in
Okay.
like 8th grade, but I wasn't good at it. But yeah.
So there's a lot of, but no one else.
That's
so
true.
Emma's so fast.
Yeah.
And what sets her apart is she has the ability called switch legs.
What's that? Oh,
So in
she doesn't have
hurdles,
to do the same
she
leg.
don't have to do stutters.
Oh.
So in middle school, it takes a girl to they're about 15 to 16 and a half, 17
Mm-hmm.
years old to understand, to get the body enough practice to be able
Right.
to switch legs.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
but Emma just weirdly
Really?
switch legs,
Yeah.
so she's a 3-step switch legger.
Amazing.
So you can't. It's almost impossible to beat her because there's no
Yeah.
other middle schooler that can really do that.
Wow.
And now she's going into high school, and we got her a couple different little track coaches.
I
Coming
was
up.
just going to ask you, who are you getting to?
Well,
to
I have a
coach?
couple I'm interviewing still.
Okay, yeah.
So I have.
Cool.
Yeah, there's
Nice, dude.
Yeah, a couple of them out there. We're still looking
Yeah.
at. But that's her thing is hurdles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she'll.
Cool, man.
I'd be
What about your
surprised.
youngest? So tell us about the VR. What's his name again?
Jude.
Jude.
Yeah,
That's right,
Jude the dog.
So
Yeah.
does he use the Oculus, right?
Oculus, yeah.
It's the newest one or what?
The newest
the Quest?
one. What is his, Levi? The Quest 3? The Quest something.
Do you ever play it too, his Quest?
I've played it.
He probably won't let you get on that much.
No.
So he plays the game called Gorilla
me
Tag.
and him are Madden and NBA.
Oh, nice,
Yeah,
dude.
I
Yeah,
can't
that's
beat
what I
him
like
NBA
too.
yet, but I smoke him on Madden.
Yeah.
Who
do you
that's
pick?
where our argument. See, that's
Who do
when
you
we start
pick?
cussing each other
Are you
out.
all serious?
We get serious.
Who do you choose?
On Madden, we do random teams because it's not fair if somebody uses
I like
Lamar
it.
Jackson or
Yeah.
you can't. We're at the same skill level. We take it very
Dang,
serious,
dude.
yes.
Really?
Yes, it's very
That is
serious, man.
hilarious.
Madden, yes.
I hope me and
Yeah.
my son do that. That's cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's when our language comes into play.
Yeah,
You know, and,
yeah.
and Amber comes out there and she's wondering what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
But she's used to it by now.
That's hilarious.
But yes, Jude is he's a
But he's
Division
good, huh?
1 VR. So this
Dude.
man, I don't know, Gorilla Tag. It's like
Tell us about that game.
It's this weird game. So you're like in your own little world, and you're like you're operating the arms of a gorilla.
Okay.
So you just run
Yeah.
around like if me and you were playing each other,
Yeah.
I try to tag you. Once I
Oh.
tag you, you try to run after me.
That sounds
But
cool.
you don't realize I played for about 15 minutes.
Were you worn out or
worn
what?
out?
Really?
I'll be honest with you, Matt. I went to sleep at 7:30. It was because your arms are just you're moving on it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's constant in your head. I mean, Jude, when
Wow.
he takes the VR off, he's completely soaked in sweat.
Whoa, that's great.
And in
I
his
love that.
biceps, he'll be bigger than you.
I love that.
And in
dude.
2 years, the way he playing VR, he'll be
I hope
he'll have
so.
to give him special design T-shirts. His arms
Yeah,
will be,
dude.
and his
That's
tries
sick,
will be
dude.
so big.
How old
yeah.
is he?
He is 9, about to be
Okay.
10 in 2 weeks. So
He
he's
goes
our
to Grape
youngest.
Creek too?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's in 4th grade.
Nice.
And then he'll be going in 5th, and
Yeah.
then he's in 5th, and Em will be in 9th. Yeah, we all go to Grape Creek. We love Grape Creek.
I was just going to ask you, what do you like the school district
yes.
and everything, and the
Love it.
school and the area and all that? Because
Yes.
sometimes, of course not.
You get bad raps,
but it gets
I
some
know.
bad raps
Yeah,
in
it
the Grape
does.
Creek area.
It does, but
Yeah.
and to be honest with you, I've been selling more homes in Grape Creek than I have
Have
in
you?
Angelo. I'm such a big believer that if I'm showing you homes, I'm like,
dude.
please, Matt, come out and look in Grape Creek.
Right.
Our interstate's coming up out there.
Yeah.
Our real estate's coming up.
Dude, my
Our
dad and I have
schools are growing. We had better ratings than Wall last year. On our high
No.
school. Yes, sir. A+ ratings.
Well, let's get into that a little bit, real estate and all that. But first, I need to ask you something
Yeah.
my dad and I have been trying to find out.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about the highway, the interstate? Do you know when and
No, I don't.
Okay,
Just
yeah, we're
what
trying
y'all
to figure
know
that out.
online.
Yeah,
I mean, clients ask me
gonna
all
be
the
huge,
time.
though.
I saw it. It got passed. It's
Yeah.
a 20-year project.
yeah.
But
Okay.
that's really all.
Yeah.
I know where it's going to go.
Where
It's
exactly?
going to go on 29th of Glenna.
Okay.
So Glenna, when you come in,
Oh.
you'll come in through Eden
Mm-hmm.
over here. You'll come in town, and then you'll go, you know where Glenna is? By the soccer field.
Yep.
So that'll be the interstate. And
Okay.
then it'll overpass out on Bryant and go out that
Okay.
way, on 29th
Okay.
Street. That's why you have all that mass construction going on
Yeah.
over there.
Okay.
So that's
Cool,
what I've
dude.
read. I don't have special insider information or anything. That's
Yeah.
just what I've kind of done a little research and
Okay.
read up on.
So you said before we started rolling that so you and Amber are both real estate agents.
Yes.
You said y'all specialize in selling the more inexpensive homes. You
Yes.
said between 200 and 250,000.
Yeah, so
Like
my
starter homes?
nickname and all my realtor
Yeah.
agents, they're not going to laugh when they know my nickname
Okay.
in town.
Is
I'm
what?
the 200,000 King. That's my
That's
nickname.
great,
Every
yeah.
time we go to our real estate
Yeah.
big yearly parties, I get my King hat. I'm the 200,000.
Dude,
Because
smart.
Amber and I sell more units than any other realtor in
Do
San
y'all
Angelo.
really? I
Units
didn't
means
know
like
that.
number of houses.
Yeah.
Not total volume
Right,
because I
yeah.
specialize in 225. So I
Sure.
have to sell, we'll sell probably 80 this year. The next person might be
Wow.
like at 50.
Okay.
Like we kill it. That's our niche. That's all.
Why
we
did y'all
specialize.
decide to niche down in that area?
I'll tell you why. Because I love the price point. Because every
Mm-hmm.
one of my clients are grateful.
That's
They're
cool, dude.
grateful. Our bond is special, unlike any other
Wow,
person.
yeah.
My typical buyer, doesn't have a lot of money in the bank.
Yeah.
And they're lower credit scores.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of lenders, realtors, it's just a harder deal. So a lot
Absolutely,
of them really
yeah.
don't like messing with it.
Yep.
And Amber and I take you underneath your wing. We put in a little work, and we have the best lenders. We go, and then we have Amber and I just. We love that clientele because
Yeah.
they're very grateful. I sell. Don't get me
Exactly,
wrong.
dude.
If you want to buy a house in Bentwood, I'm your guy.
No, yeah.
Trust
You-
me.
of course,
I'll sell
you've done
them.
that, yeah.
I've done that too.
Yeah.
I just love that price range
Yeah.
because a lot of people they have different grant programs. We do a lot of down
Yes.
payment assistant
We
programs.
talked. I didn't know you said
Yes. So I
that you
special-
can get. Listen to this, guys. You can get if you're a first-time home buyer. There's grants and stuff out there,
Yes.
programs. You don't have to put a dime down. In fact, Job and Amber will make it to where you don't even pay closing costs.
In
sometimes.
fact, lately I've been giving checks at closing.
What?
Yes.
What do you mean?
So how it works is, say for instance, Matt calls me up, Amber and I, so any house on Zillow you click on, you're going to get me on the other end. So that's what
Dang.
Amber and I advertise on Zillow.
Nice.
On 76901, 76903, and 05. We don't own 04 because it's real expensive.
Yeah.
real expensive.
Yeah.
So you call for a house for $225,000,
Okay.
right? Me and you meet up. I show you the home. You're like, hey, Job, this is the one. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, perfect. I'm going to go ahead and get you to apply with our lenders,
Yeah.
Alliance Credit Union. You're going to go on, apply, do your thing. And then from there, if you have a 620 credit score or higher, and your
That's about what I
DTA isn't too out of control.
Debt to income ratio.
Your debt to
Okay. Mm-hmm.
income, yes, sir. So if it's not too out of control, you're going to get approved for the down payment assistance program. And essentially what that is, they're going to say, here you go, Matt. Here's your, because FHA is 3.5% down.
Yeah.
So here's your 3.5% down.
They give you the.
They give you the
Shut up.
Yeah. So then I come in, I do
Dude,
your
I didn't know that.
negotiations
Yeah.
on your closing cost because there's two pots of money in real estate.
Okay.
You have your down payment money, which is one pot.
Yeah.
And then your other pot's your closing cost.
Okay.
So I'm the best at getting closing costs in San Angelo,
Whoa.
hands down. That's my
How do you
opinion.
do
Other
that?
realtors are like, oh.
Yeah.
Because
just negotiate
I'm
it?
not a big believer in taking money off the actual house.
Okay.
Because
yeah.
at a $200,000 house, if I get you $10,000 off or $5,000 off, it might make your payments go down $10.
Exactly.
But if I
yeah.
can get $10,000 worth of buyer's closing costs,
wait,
your closing
yes.
costs are moving in for free, and I can
Dude,
give
all
you a little bit of
day.
money to buy your interest rate down.
all day, dude.
So then you're
Yeah.
moving in with a lower interest rate.
Yeah.
But that's just my style.
I like it.
And it works.
Yeah.
I mean if 9 out of 10 of
That's
my
cool,
clients typically, and like us all Americans, live to our extreme financial
Yeah.
means. So not a lot of people at buyers have down payment and
know.
closing costs. I don't
true.
have it. A lot of
Right,
it's a lot.
exactly.
3.5% down plus you have
Yeah, dude.
another closing cost is typical 3%.
Yep.
So another $7 or $8 grand right there. So
Jeez.
you're looking at 20 grand almost to get into a house.
That's why people get priced out of the market. They
Yes.
can't do it.
So now,
that's cool, dude.
a lot of realtors, I try to just spread the word. I'm like, hey, you can,
Mm-hmm.
you can't even rent a house. Right now, I used to do property management.
Yeah.
I sold that business. Thank
Yeah.
goodness. I will talk about that a little
yeah.
bit. I got out of that business.
Yeah.
But it was always first and second month mortgage or rent plus your security
plus
deposit.
the security deposit. Yep.
So that's $4,000 or $5,000
Yep.
with rent the way it is in San Angelo.
right.
So I'm like, dude, I move you in for free, and you don't pay your mortgage for 2 months when you move in.
Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, so like you close May 1st, your mortgage isn't due to June, July 1st, and then you get to create some equity.
I can't wait.
And
man.
all
We're
my
gonna do it soon.
typical of my clients are younger, right? I
Yeah.
get the first
Yeah, yeah,
time,
yeah.
you know, the
In
younger
their 20s, yeah.
and I'm like, dude, in much as I want to make money and sell your house in 5 years, don't call me.
Yeah.
Keep your house,
Right.
rent it. You know,
Right,
Like
right.
sell your house at 60. Use that money for your rent it out. Let them.
Is
pay
that
your
what
next
you
one.
advise? Really, is
Yes.
is it's best to pay on your existing house and then rent it out and then get another?
Yes.
Yeah.
It depends on the interest rate. Now, like right now, I have a client, Abilene, and he's wanting me to give him advice if he should sell or, you know, but we're kind of borderline because the
Yeah.
interest rate's a little higher.
Right.
But yet he can make a little bit of money. So every situation is different. But
Okay.
yes, for the most part,
Nice,
especially
dude.
if you're younger than we are,
Yeah.
keep your investments.
Okay.
Because you
Yeah.
never know in life. Life might hit you with a curveball, and then
Right.
Matt's like, oh my gosh, I got to sell a house
Exactly.
now because XYZ happened. And I
Do
need
you
the
and
money.
Amber have rentals?
Yes. So we
Nice,
have
dude.
rentals in San Angelo. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Cool. Yeah.
So that's the
awesome.
that's my advice
Yeah.
is to never sell
Yeah.
unless
Okay.
you have to. But
Yeah.
if you have a 6.5% interest rate or 7.5 or 8,
Right.
you know,
It makes sense.
it makes sense
Yeah.
to offload that.
So, by the way, do y'all do any other investing? Like, do y'all do stock market? Do you do crypto? Anything else? Like
I
that?
used right after the Army. I tinkered with penny slots, and I know everybody's laughing.
slots.
Watching. I know Jess Mays is
Yeah.
laughing at me right now. I actually
Yeah.
made $60,000 in
You
one
did
in
not.
one day. In one
You
day,
hit like a big jackpot.
I hit like a big jackpot.
Online,
so
obviously,
I
yeah.
got into these SPACs. I could
What's
have a
that?
whole show on them. Basically,
SPACs?
it's like reverse merger, like reverse IPOs. So you kind of, it'd be like if Matt wants to bring, if San Angelo Soup, I'm looking
Yeah.
at a sign. Now,
Yeah.
I'm looking at a company sign over here.
Yeah.
If they want to go to be on a stock market one day, basically they would come to investors and say, "Hey, help me get to the stock market." So then, if Matt
Okay.
had a bunch of money,
Yeah.
your company would back them financially and
Oh,
call it a
okay.
reverse merger.
Okay.
So then you would bring them to the stock market.
Interesting.
And what
Okay.
I eventually gambled on, the floor is $10.
Okay.
So the stock can't go below $10.
Yeah.
But the SPAC can only go up.
Okay.
So the old rumor is buy the rumor or sell the rumor, buy the news, sell the rumor is the old
Okay.
stock showing. You know.
Yeah.
So like say for instance you're bringing San Angelo Soup to the stock market, you know, and once they make an announcement or, you know, what I hit on is the Donald Trump.
Okay.
He had the Truth platform. I don't
Yeah.
know if
Oh,
you
Truth
remember
Social,
that.
yeah.
So before it went public, it was a SPAC called DWAC. So basically,
ask you something about
I
this.
just bought a random DWAC SPAC because
Yeah.
you have to kind of look into them because the more money that company has, the bigger the company.
Yeah.
So say for instance, Matt has $1 billion and the next guy has 500 million. Well, Matt's going to bring on maybe a bigger company, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
something cooler,
Okay.
maybe a cyber company or an AI.
Yeah.
So I'm investing in that SPAC
Yeah.
and I'm waiting to hear what company you're bringing to the stock market.
Interesting.
And whenever that gets released, everybody's like, oh my gosh, Truth Social is going to be,
Yeah.
we're going to make money. So my stock went from $10
Dude,
to
well, let me ask you.
$168 in
So-
4 hours. And I cashed out and called it a day.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
so-
let me ask you right now, what's happening is, I think, this same exact thing with Elon Musk's SpaceX.
Yes, same thing.
So they're
It's a
saying,
SPAC.
so they're saying that if you get in now, it could be like he's calling it like 1,000x or something, your money, or 100x.
Yeah,
I don't remember, but
yes.
is that wise? Do you think to invest with SpaceX right now before they go public, or is that
So
kind of
I only like. I don't. It's kind of weird. My theories in stock market. No financial advice, by the way, because clients.
Yeah.
I've lost a lot of people money. But
have?
yes, I have had
God,
buddies and they've
dude,
lost thousands
that
of dollars
sucks,
listening
yeah.
to me. So please
Yeah.
do your own research.
right,
Please.
yeah,
This
yeah.
is just Job.
Yeah, this is just your
me talking out
Yeah,
loud here.
yeah.
I am a big believer in the whole just selling the rumor. So
Yeah.
like I like rumor stocks. I like
Okay.
the meme stocks, the game
Yeah.
stocks. I like the
I
stocks
see.
that can be pumped up and kind of
I
brought
see.
back down.
Yeah.
And that's why I like SPAC stocks.
Okay.
Is because you can have
interesting
a SPAC. So I put $10,000 on the SPAC, right?
Yeah.
And it just sits at $10 a share.
Yeah.
It doesn't go down. It doesn't go up.
Okay.
But then one morning you jump online.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh crap, Starlink. We might be joining with Starlink because the rumors start swirling.
I see, okay.
So everybody on these
Starts-
chat discords and chat.
They start
I
buying?
follow a lot of discords.
Yeah.
And people start buying. Young
Okay.
kids, whoever doesn't
Yeah.
know. So then we pump up the price.
Uh-huh.
I'm one of the people.
Yeah.
Sorry, but
Yeah.
I pump up my own stocks.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we're gonna join. I have a bunch of followers on StockTwits.
Okay.
So then I'll put it out at other people, and I follow people.
Yeah.
And then we pump up the stocks.
I see.
I don't know how much I
Wow.
should be saying. I don't know if that's
No, but
illegal
so-
or not.
I don't either.
I
but-
don't know.
So these SPAC stocks.
Everybody's in the car calling for stock advice. They're gonna
I
be like,
know.
"We ain't buying houses.
I know.
Come this."
Yeah. So do you know when a company's going
No,
to go?
that's the
Oh,
thing.
so you're just waiting.
You're waiting.
Okay,
So
okay,
here it is,
okay.
Matt. So like, say for instance, Matt opens up an acquisition. We're gonna call his MWAC.
Okay.
Matt
Yeah.
Couture. I don't
Yeah.
know. Whatever
Yeah.
acquisition Couture.
Yeah.
So you're MWAC, right?
Yeah.
So MWAC comes in. He's like, I'm gonna bring a company public. I have $5 billion.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go out and recruit a company to
Uh-huh.
take them public.
Okay.
You know, it could be Starlink. It could be whatever. It could be
Yeah.
Joe's Coffee Shop. Who
Right.
knows, right?
Yeah.
You have 36 months to do that.
Okay.
So basically, I invest in MWAC, and
Yeah.
I'm relying on you to bring me something cool
Okay.
to make my $10,000 into more money, right?
Yeah.
Whatever I put
Okay.
in.
Yeah.
But it might be 2 years.
Right.
It's patience, my
Oh, I
friend.
see.
with
Okay.
SPACs. So,
Yeah.
but what I would do is have SPACs here and there, everywhere.
Oh.
So then it's like bingo, you know, one. Boom,
And you hit on that True Social, huh?
Yeah, True
How much did you
Social,
make?
68,000.
Overnight?
4 hours. At
Shut
lunch.
up, dude. What did you
Yeah.
do? Were you
Sold
like,
it.
yes, but did you like?
I
were
was
you-
sitting in Ethicon's kitchen. I was a facilitator.
Yeah,
I'm
I gotta
getting
hear
myself in trouble again because I'm not supposed to be on my phone at Ethicon.
Yeah.
But I was a facilitator, like
Yeah.
a manager at
Yeah.
Ethicon, essentially. And I'm sitting in the kitchen, and all of a sudden they're like, "We're getting True Social." I was like, "Yes," you know, I pumped it up, so it went to like $11.
Mhm.
I was like, "So even at $11, a dollar is you put 10 grand. You know, you put
Yeah.
money in it, it goes way
Yeah.
up." Well, they got to $128.
Dang.
And I'm like, that's 12 times my money, you know,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. So I pull out, and then, but here's what I didn't do. I left out.
What?
I'm a gambler.
What'd you do?
So I take my money.
Yeah.
Amber's going to hear this, and I'm going to get in a big argument because of this.
Oh,
I'm going to go ahead and
God.
say it, yeah. Took that money,
Yeah.
played it with it some more, and lost it.
Oh.
Yeah, because I went back to medical penny stocks, which I should
Oh.
have known.
Yeah.
Medical penny stocks are a high risk, high
Are they?
reward.
Yeah.
Yes, don't ever play them.
Dude.
Because like if they do pipeline testing or whatever for Alzheimer's, they meet a certain goal.
Okay.
It pumps up.
Yeah.
But the problem is what goes up goes down twice as fast in medical penny stocks. Dang. Yes.
So you made that 68 grand just like that, and it was already in your account and everything.
yes. Yeah.
That's amazing,
Yeah.
dude.
And then
Man,
yeah.
I want to try that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but I haven't been actively doing it in stocks.
Oh,
Amber
okay.
pulled the rug out from underneath me and
Yeah.
said, "No more.
Yeah.
You're done. You got to get a
Yeah.
real. You got to get a real job."
Yeah.
You know. So
Yeah.
that's what killed my
Yeah.
my penny stock career.
Yeah,
But I had some
that's funny,
followers,
though.
dude. I'm on
You
Stock
did?
Twitch. I have
Yeah?
like 30-something thousand followers
Dang,
on
dude.
Stock Twits. It's called.
Wow.
It's an app, and there's millions.
I
of
wanna
people.
learn about this.
Yes, and I had my name
cool.
is HickDog1984 on
Okay.
Stock Twits, and I still have people today asking me.
Yeah.
But there was a couple guys in San Angelo that I had to invest money, and one of them was my contractor, and I'm
Yeah.
to this day. So
Yeah.
to this day,
You know, I
I
helped
still feel
one
bad.
time my dad, he was asking me about, he said, what are some good brands that are kind of up and coming? And this was before Lululemon got really big. And I said, Lululemon is
Amber
gonna,
loves
is gonna explode.
Lululemon. Yes.
Yeah. And so he put a little bit on there and he ended up making some money. And I was like, Told you, I'm an expert.
Yep, you're an
No, but I
expert.
should have put some too. But what about you? Didn't jump on the Bitcoin train? You didn't buy any current crypto?
Man, you want to hear? There's a funny story.
wish I
So
would've.
I did a lot of. Back in the day, I don't know the legalities of this,
Yeah.
but I do a lot of sports betting online. So back in the day, you're my age, so you remember Bovada? Would you remember that online?
Was it like a sports betting deal?
It's like a sports betting
Okay,
website.
yeah.
So in the Army, I wasn't supposed to do it. I'm sorry, first sergeant. I was supposed to be gambling, but I was. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I was gambling on Bovada, and that was 15 years ago.
Oh
Maybe?
wow! Just on games and stuff.
On games.
Yeah.
I just do NFL.
Okay.
NFL and college is
Yeah.
my two ones that I bet on, and I like horse racing sometimes.
Oh,
or
really?
NASCAR.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Wow.
that's another story. NASCAR gambling,
Yeah.
you make money on NASCAR.
Is it fun to
betting.
gamble on NASCAR?
Yes. Yeah.
It's just so boring.
Amber's listening right now.
That's
I can't tell you
interesting.
everything
Yeah.
on my,
Okay, yeah.
on my betting life.
Yeah. We don't want all that out in the open.
Yeah.
yet. Yeah.
But yeah, I love betting on NASCAR.
Yeah,
it's fun.
dude.
Something that you
Interesting.
bet on a car.
But
it's
aren't
like
they just
horses.
going? I mean, what are you betting on? Who wins or?
Yeah, who wins?
Okay.
Like
or
if you
certain
get
place
or top
okay,
five
okay.
or whatever, or fastest lap. You can make some serious cash.
Horse racing, to me, I understand that because it's happening right then. You're about to find out. You're on edge,
Yes.
But I feel like something longer. Well, I say that, but like a football game is fun to bet on.
Have you ever been to Vegas?
I've never been to
So
Vegas,
my
dude.
favorite thing in Vegas, at Treasure Island,
Yeah.
is called. It's a horse betting. It's
Yeah.
a horse race, and it's a little plastic horse.
Yeah,
Matt, and
dude, yeah.
you'll be there. I was there for 36 hours in the same stool, probably.
Did you
And-
make money or no?
No,
Oh,
no, of course not.
yeah.
And Amber was pissed.
I
He
bet, yeah.
was done with me. I got real
Yeah.
bad addicted to this same little.
Oh, dude.
This little horse. It's like at the fair, shoot the water.
Yeah.
But this one,
Yeah.
you just put however much you want to gamble in. And if that horse wins, you win.
But who's running the machine?
That's what.
Is it random?
That's the mystery.
Dude, that's
of it.
sketchy.
It's sketchy.
That's the mystery of it.
Sketchy,
Yeah.
that's what Amber kept telling me. But I was
yeah.
like, but the thing is, it kept letting me hit every once in a while. So I'm like,
yeah.
shit, I'm trying to come
Yeah.
off the adrenaline, but I can't because it's hitting
That's
again.
horrible.
Yes.
Did you lose a lot?
Well, I did.
You did.
I took some money out of the safe that I wasn't supposed to. You charged up some debit cards I wasn't supposed to.
Oh no.
And that wasn't the nice side of Amber.
Oh, yeah.
Amber.
Damn, dude.
You met Amber.
Yeah,
When
she can be feisty.
Yeah,
I mean, I
she
don't
can
even
be-
know the most of it though. Yeah.
There's a couple realtors in town that get nervous over. Yeah, Amber
Yeah.
can be feisty. Yeah. For sure.
So you
yes.
stopped doing that or what?
So now when we go to Vegas, I don't even.
What do you do in Vegas?
Just go to the shows now. I went to.
Dude,
I just went there for real
What's
estate.
a good show? What have you seen?
Man, you know what I saw is Def Leppard when I
Was it
went
good?
there. Oh, dude, it was badass. Yes.
Like actual Def Leppard?
Yes.
Oh
actually.
heck yeah.
I partied a little bit too hard. Almost got kicked out of there for being
Dang,
an idiot.
dude.
But
Yeah.
Yes.
What'd you do?
It's called rage baiting. It's the new thing.
Yeah, but
I
how?
love it. Oh, I just love
Yeah.
the guy was about your size, right?
Yeah.
About your size, and I could tell I was starting to kind of get under his skin
yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
You know how men are too.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
once
yeah.
I got you against the ropes, I'm
Yeah.
gonna keep hitting you. you know?
Yeah.
And then I had him. I'm getting him real aggravated because he's like, you can't go on the aisle and dance. And
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I just spent $1,000 up close to the stage. I'm gonna dance,
Yeah.
my friend. I serve my country proudly.
yeah.
I'm gonna dance when Job Hickman. I've been
Right.
drinking since 12 o'clock.
Oh
So
God.
I'm
dude,
gonna
yeah.
dance.
Yeah. No one's stopping you at this point from dancing.
It don't
yeah.
matter how big a boy you are. I'm gonna stop.
Yeah.
I'm gonna dance, right?
Yeah.
So the guy kept he was getting mad, you know.
Wait, was he security or
He
something?
was security.
Dude,
Yeah, big
no.
dude too.
Yeah.
He's your side, big
Yeah.
guy, about 10 years younger too.
Yeah.
Imagine
Oh,
you, but
shit.
agile. He's quick, he's big, strong. I'm like,
Yeah.
I know he can whoop me, you know.
Damn, yeah.
So I was with other realtors. I don't think they quite knew me until
Yeah.
this incident.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
a real estate conference I'm
Right,
at, and
yeah.
all my other friends were like, yeah, Jay. They know when you go to Job at Vegas, you better be ready.
Oh, okay,
You better
yeah.
be ready to go in
Yeah,
Vegas.
yeah.
But so
Yeah.
anyways, I did one final. I put my butt out on the stage and I went like this.
Put my
Matt.
butt out.
That was
What
it.
did he do?
Oh, dude, his fucking
His veins are popping out. Yeah.
He came running up to me, and he got like here, and right when he was about to put, because I was waiting for it, I was like, dude,
Yeah.
I knew right when he puts his hands on me, then I'm gonna win.
Why?
I don't know. I don't think security guard can just grab you for blowing a kiss. You know
What do you
I
mean
mean?
win though? You're gonna fight him or?
No, I wasn't gonna fight. I was
okay.
feel him.
Oh, I see.
Can't
I
fight
see.
him. Get out of here.
Win like that. Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm being facetious. But
Oh, I see.
I'm at least he's probably going to get in some kind of
Oh
trouble.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Got to be.
So did he
'cause-
hit you or?
No,
Okay.
right before he grabbed, some other dude came up and grabbed his hand before he grabbed me, the other security
Oh,
guard.
yeah.
He's not a cop. He's a rent a cop.
Right,
You
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
So I'm like, whatever, dude. So
Yeah.
we go out in the hallway and and Amber's been with me 23 years, so she just casually, but she
Yeah.
told another realtor before, she goes, hey, watch Job.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to the bathroom.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And I love him, Will Barnes. He's
Yeah.
a great,
Oh, okay,
great,
yeah.
you know, Will Barnes.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
one of my best friends.
Good dude,
And
yeah.
he didn't realize that up for the task he was really
Oh,
at.
he didn't know what he signed up for.
You know what
yeah.
I signed up for.
Yeah.
So Amber comes back. I'm
like,
out in
what
the hall.
happened?
Yeah, I'm getting yelled at. I've
Yeah.
got 3 to 4 dudes screaming at me, you know, this and that. And Amber gradually grabs her stuff and
Yeah.
walks out. Like, you know, it's another normal
Yeah.
Tuesday night.
Right.
You know.
Did they let you go?
No, they let me go.
Okay,
Yes. Oh
yeah.
yeah, they let me go.
They didn't call the cops or anything?
No, they didn't call.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
No, yeah, no. They
You were
let me
gone
go.
before they got there,
Yeah, I was
like-
gone.
Yeah.
I'm still quick. No.
So you don't play slots or like blackjack or anything like that when you go?
No, I have. So I used to. I'm from Tyler. So
That's right.
So
East
growing,
Texas, yeah.
So about an hour and a half from
Yeah,
casino.
mhm.
A lot of people don't realize
Louisiana,
that Bossier
right?
City.
Yeah.
So I played blackjack with my grandpa there a lot
Cool.
when I was younger.
Yeah.
But not really. Got into cards.
You don't play poker at all?
No.
That's what I do.
I
Okay.
honestly really don't even understand how to play poker.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought for some reason you'd be
I have a
poker
couple
player. I
clients
don't know
that
why.
go downtown that they've been telling me
They
about.
go downtown where?
What is there, a poker bar or
Well,
something?
yeah, there's the Roosevelt Room, and it's now it's called the River League actually.
Okay.
And it's where Shenanigans is over
Yeah.
there. Yeah, it's cool, man. It's
I need it. Oh, that's a good.
cool. Yeah.
And have
But talk about a little bit your military experience. So you went in right after high school?
no.
Oh, when did you go in? Yeah.
I had here's my life after high school.
Yeah.
I met Amber, was in college,
Okay,
but I
yeah,
couldn't
that's
keep a job because I
Yeah.
had 27 jobs before the army.
Did you?
Yes.
Doing what kind of stuff, like restaurant
Oh,
work?
dude,
stuff
I've
like
worked
that?
in every fast food.
I've done all that,
I
too.
would go from Taco Bell, get
Yeah.
fired at Taco Bell to walk across the
Damn,
street, go to
dude.
Chick-fil-A. And then at Chick-fil-A, I got fired because the dude said I was dating his girlfriend. I'm like, it was the manager.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, dude, get out of here. Ain't nobody messing with your girlfriend. I
Yeah.
promise you that.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I saw Joe steal a box of chicken. I was like, dude, I never stole nothing in
What
my
the
life.
heck?
But that
Yeah.
ended Chick-fil-A. Went to
Yeah.
Whataburger. From there, went to Jimmy John's, delivery
Dang.
driver. I was a terrible,
That'd be
worst job
cool.
in the world.
Why?
I made negative $3.
How? How'd you
Dude, let me
make-
tell you about Jimmy John.
Negative.
I was like 22, and if you order a Jimmy John sandwich right now, I
Yeah.
would show up with your lunch. Dude, nobody tips bringing sandwiches to offices. It's not
really?
like pizzas. They think that
Oh,
we
that
make hourly.
sucks, dude, yeah.
So then I wasn't given a bank. You know, when you first get there, your
Yeah,
manager's
yeah,
supposed
yeah.
to give you like some change.
Right.
So shit, I'm just in my own change in my pocket.
Oh,
Next thing you
that
know,
sucks.
I'm driving around. I was North Dallas. No, I was
Yeah.
in Irving at the time. Driving around Irving. And you would walk into, like, say, for instance, they're having a meeting in here. You walk in, like, this is Jimmy John's. They just shut the door on you. You know, you're just like a poor peasant. You know, like, get out of
their
here.
thing was their fast delivery. Did they make y'all like
Yes.
deliver? How did they do that?
Oh, well, that's when we had cell phones back then,
Yeah.
believe it or not. Still,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
if they would text,
Yeah.
you get your order number, and then you had 3-4 minutes to get back to the store. They have a little thing on your car. Dude,
Wow.
it is intense.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know if Jimmy John's even still delivers sandwiches
I
or
don't
not,
either.
but it was
But
the
they
worst.
made a-
I lasted for 4 hours, and I quit.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you just did one shift?
One shift,
Lost
I was
$3.
negative $3. And then the guy goes,
hilarious.
no, and I got back to the manager, so he's
Yeah.
like, hey, dude, I need your bank back. And I'm like, dude, you never gave me a bank. I
Yeah.
was like, that's one thing Job Hickman's never done in his lifetime is steal.
No, yeah,
Never
absolutely not.
stolen
Yeah,
a freaking
yeah,
penny.
yeah.
I lied. I stole an Icy Hot at Super
Did
One
you?
Foods, and I was like 7 years old, and my stepdad made me go return it.
Oh,
But
what was
yes,
it? A what?
Icy Hot.
Oh,
I had
like a
like
cream?
The, yeah, the cream.
Yeah. Why?
Dude, I don't
Just to
know.
steal
Was that
something?
Super One? I think so.
Yeah.
Just to steal something.
Yeah.
I got caught.
That's
Never stolen ever
hilarious.
since. I won't even steal a Sprite. At a
Yeah, that's how I
restaurant.
am. Yeah,
That's my biggest thing
Yeah.
in life.
That's
is
cool,
I hate
dude.
a thief.
I do
yes.
too.
It's
Yeah.
like,
Me too.
I just want to
Yeah.
be able to not lock. You know, it's just.
I know,
weird. It's
dude.
like,
Yeah.
But yes. Where
So
was
you
that?
couldn't hold down a job, and so you were going to college, though, right?
Yes, I was going
Yeah.
to university in North
Did you
Texas.
graduate?
It took me about 6 years. When
Me
I finally
too.
graduated, I'll be
Yeah.
honest, my first semester in college, I had a .50 GPA.
Dude, what were you
Failed-
studying? What was your major?
I switched them about 5 times.
You did?
Finally, I had so many different hours, Matt.
Yeah.
I walked into the career counselor, and they're like, Job, you've been here for about 16
like, just-
years.
we'll give
Dude,
you-
you're
get out of
30
here."
years old, dude. You're full man. We got to get you
Yeah.
the hell out of this school, dude.
They're like, we're just gonna go ahead and give
So,
it to you. Yeah.
anyways, pretty much, I was like,
Yeah.
well, ma'am, I love criminal justice. What I always wanted
Cool,
to be
dude.
growing up is
Yeah.
Secret Service.
Dude,
I
that's
wanted to
awesome,
protect the
man.
president
Yeah,
my whole life.
I like that kind of stuff too.
So I was actually going to.
Dang.
I flew out after I got. I'm getting ahead of myself, But you see, anyways, she goes, well, you know what we'll do, Job, is we'll just do an interdisciplinary studies degree.
Yeah.
And I was like, basically, it's a code word for general studies. You know, like,
You did a little bit of everything.
You're an idiot, dude. You're getting general. You
Yeah.
get a little, but you know what? I love it because every interview I've ever had, shit, I've had every kind of. If you
That's
need
true.
a history, criminal justice,
You know a lot about
math,
a little about a lot of stuff.
they're like, do you have certification? Actually, I do. I got this
Nice.
minor because what it does, it takes like 3 or 4 minors and puts them into a bachelor's.
Okay.
It was at University of North Texas.
Cool.
So I owe that
That's good
I
school.
owe that counselor a big hug.
Yeah.
In life. You know, she hooked it
Yeah.
up.
So you
I walked
graduated
across the stage.
What year?
2008.
And then you went straight into the army?
No, I
Okay.
went to Los Angeles to be a cop.
Dude, no way.
yes.
Why LA?
Whole San Angelo is gonna be like, I never knew Joe.
Never- I didn't know-
because
yeah, why
I
LA?
knew because I had a great criminal justice professor in high school,
Uh-huh.
and he was DEA. He was actually the
Nice.
one at the Oklahoma City bomb and found Timothy McVeigh,
Really?
my teacher in high school. Chris Thompson.
I'm actually watching
He passed, by
McVeigh.
the
It's
way.
like a movie they made anyway, but yeah.
He was the guy in charge. Chris
Really?
Thompson was my teacher. He retired,
That's
started teaching
amazing.
high school, so he really got me this love for Secret Service and just being the feds. And he
Okay.
told me that. He told me, he's like, Job, you can't go to like a small police department. You got to go to a big one,
okay,
go
yeah.
up through the ranks, do some real
I see,
stuff,
yeah.
and then apply for the feds.
Okay.
Well, I went up there and failed the polygraph.
Dude, no.
Yes, I'm an idiot.
What did they ask
Guy,
you?
I got pot. So
Pod or something, yeah.
Pot.
Yeah.
you can never.
So they
everybody
just want you to
listening
be
out there,
honest,
you
right?
can never lie in a polygraph. Yes.
If you would have told the truth,
Yes, I'd have been
so that's all they.
fine.
Dang,
I was like 20 years
dude.
old. The guy's about your size, and I
Yeah.
had the last question, and he's like, because I put on there, I've never smoked pot, you
Yeah.
know. And my son's over here like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, see, we're on it. I'm telling.
I know,
everything.
yeah. I mean, it's part of life.
And he goes, is there anything? So I put no, and then I was clear, right? But then
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
he goes, the last question on every polygraph is there anything you're leaving not telling me?
Whoa.
then-
That's a tough question.
It's a tough question.
Dude,
Right?
what the
It made
heck?
you
'Cause
nervous.
There's a lot of stuff I
yes,
probably didn't
it's
yeah.
not. So
Yeah.
then he's like, I mean, he's probably your size. I mean, it's a small room.
Yeah.
And he, boy, intimidating dude. too.
Dude,
Military
yeah.
haircut. You're in your 20s. You're
Yeah.
scared. You're
Yeah.
like, dude, your
Yeah.
size and our age,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
can really just get
Yeah.
you like, you're worked
For
up.
sure, yeah.
So he's like, hey, looking young buck. I
Yeah.
know there's some shit you ain't telling me. Like, let's get it out.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, sir, you're right. And I was like, oh, God. And then
Wow.
he asked me, you know, he's like, you smoke marijuana? I said, yes. You know, and he's like, well, how many times? And I was like, well, how many times? He goes, every time you take a hit is one time. And
Dang, dude.
I'm like, well.
That's a lot then.
I'm
you
like,
know?
well, shit, in high school,
Yeah.
I don't know.
exactly.
You don't know, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm like, maybe 1,000.
Oh,
And then Matt,
gosh.
you should look at. He goes, son, you're a good young man. It makes me so sad you told me that.
What?
Yes. He didn't want me to tell him that. He wanted me to
Man.
pass. He just
Yeah.
thought I would tell him, you know, a handful of time. We'd
I
have
know,
been easy. And then after
dude.
it's over, he's like, dude, you're a good dude. Like, why
Yeah.
didn't you just be honest, you know, son?
Yeah.
And I was
Man,
like,
that
it was a
sucks.
learning lesson.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
For
Yeah.
sure. Like from now, you know, it was a life learning lesson.
Oh yeah. So what happened that you couldn't do that? So yeah.
No. So then I flew back home, devastated because I passed everything else. I was in the interview, the physical. I did the ride along. It was cool, by the way.
Wow.
LAPD ride along.
Oh, I bet it was.
Super cool. I was really. Amber and I are about to pack up, move to LA. It was a pot question. Me
That's
being
horrible.
a dumbass
Yeah.
got me. You know, you live
That's
and
so
learn. So now I tell
interesting,
my
dude.
boys, I'm like, dude. Don't ever lie.
Yeah.
Ever lie
Yeah.
because it'll always, dude. I don't give a
That's
damn.
right,
It might
man.
be 1 year. In
Yep.
my case, it was 8 years.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, it'll
Right.
come back and bite
It
you
will.
in the ass.
It's just like the stealing thing. That's the other thing.
Stealing.
I don't.
It'll always
I can't
come
do
back
the,
on
the
you.
line. Yeah, it always.
Always. So
Yeah.
from this day on, anybody asks me a question, I'm like, dude, here's my answer.
Yeah.
It is.
But isn't that weird that one thing you'd passed everything?
Everything, I know.
It seemed like that was your path, and
I
that
know.
one thing prevented it. Changed the course
Because
of
you got to
your
remember
life.
too, back then, 2008, we were like on the verge of marijuana really even that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But it kind of still was.
Right,
So
yeah.
in Texas, it was a definite. You
Yep.
couldn't be a police officer in Texas
Oh,
if you
wow.
weren't clean for like 5 years or something.
Dang,
And
yeah.
I'm like, well, dude, I just graduated college, you know.
I know. What do you
didn't-
expect?
No one, LA didn't care about when I did it. How many?
bet,
they didn't
yeah.
care.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that they wanted somebody to be honest.
Yep.
And now that I'm 41 years old, of course, that's the number one thing.
Right,
You know?
exactly.
And I don't want a dishonest cop.
Yeah,
you know?
of course, yeah.
And I thought I would love. I was excited to be a police officer.
Yeah,
and,
dude, you would have been good at that.
I think I would have been a good
Yeah.
cop. You know, they need
For
somebody
sure.
that just is a
For
can
sure.
relate with the everyday person. You
Yeah.
know? So anyways, flew back home, went back, and then Amber goes, if you don't get a job,
Oh.
you got a problem.
Yeah.
You know, you got to
Yeah.
figure out, because I was bouncing around jobs. I was a security guard at the Gaylord Hotel.
Yeah.
I did loss prevention at Nordstrom's.
Okay.
Catching
Yeah.
kids stealing.
Oh, yeah.
I got beat up by a 14-year-old doing that
What?
job. Yeah, punched in the face like
Are you serious?
5 or 6 times by this
Dang.
kid stealing stuff, and I went to chase him.
Yeah.
And you really can't do nothing.
Yeah.
You're
And he started hitting you?
started to swing, wailing. I hit by 5 or 6 times with a punk kid in the parking lot.
Oh,
So
God.
that was my last day. I
Yeah.
came home and it was like, what happened to
Yeah.
you?
Maybe
know,
this
like,
isn't for
knots
me.
on my
Yeah.
forehead.
Are you
And
serious?
Yeah, I'm like, maybe
Dude.
this isn't for me. You know?
Yeah.
And it was like $11 an hour. You know?
Oh,
So I was
heck
like, I
no.
can't do it. So then I went to be a security guard, and then basically I tried L.A., came back, immediately went to an Army recruiter.
You did? Did you know you wanted to go to the Army out of all branches?
No, so I tried the Coast Guard at first.
That's
because
sick,
that's
dude.
the
I would
best.
love to go. Yeah.
Dude, they have the lowest, what's the fancy
amazing.
word, like recidivism rate or whatever?
Yeah.
Like they don't leave the Coast
Oh,
Guard.
yeah. Like
They do-
attrition. Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't PCS that often, which means you stay in the same duty,
Yep.
stay on the move.
It's
just
amazing,
a great,
dude.
And I saw The Guardian. Remember the movie? The Rescue
Guardian.
Swimmer?
What was it about?
No,
I feel
dude,
like
it was
I've
like
seen
the
it.
main, it was like, not Ryan Felipe.
Was it about the Coast Guard?
Yes, it was about a famous movie. It had he jumped out of the helicopter, would rescue the guys.
Oh,
It had
wasn't,
that old guy that he was
what's
like his
name? Is it-
mentor. And
not Jake Gyllenhaal, right?
Yeah, the
Was
guy
it
that
or
looks
no?
like Ashton Kutcher. Is that Jake?
He looks
having
like
a brain
You
fart.
know what we're talking about, Dad?
The Guardian. It's a amazing movie. It was like
Anyway,
a huge
I
hit.
feel like I've seen it. Anyway,
that's why I
but that
tried to
got
go-
you pumped for that. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it was like a 2-year waiting period.
Oh.
So I was like, well, shit, Amber will break up. I can't. I got
Yeah.
2 years. I can't let her go. I
Right.
gotta figure this out.
So
you know.
went Army.
So the Army, I went to all the branches.
Okay,
The Marines, I
yeah.
walked in. The guy was like, "Do a pull up," and I'm like, "Oh man, you're making me nervous." You know what I mean?
You're
I'm
making
not-
me nervous,
I'm just
yeah.
not that type of dude.
Yeah,
You know, I'm
yeah.
not like the real like manly man is like just going.
Yeah.
I don't want like hardcore combat infantry to do
Right.
pull ups. I just
Yeah.
wanted to, I don't know, just help people.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and just get in a
That's
position where I can
cool,
help
man.
people one day. And
Yeah.
that's why I got into real estate. just to help people.
Exactly,
But
yeah,
anyways,
exactly.
so then I went to the Navy.
Oh.
Dude,
Navy's cool.
the Navy freaked me out.
Why?
The dude kept coming to my apartment every day at like 6 a.m. And
Really?
Amber was getting freaked out. She's like, so in my mind, I'm like, well, shit, if this dude
They wanted you.
they're
Yeah,
desperate.
yeah.
So what
Oh,
is
yeah.
what is there I'm not seeing?
know.
Why they?
Why
they're
was that, do you
I
think?
don't know. I don't.
That's interesting.
Now that I've been in the Army and
Yeah.
I've talked to other Navy's
Right.
just gone a lot. So I'm thinking
Oh,
that.
yeah.
But
Aren't
I've
you,
met.
You can be on a ship a lot too, obviously, right?
I've
Yeah.
probably met about 50 people in the Navy in my life, and maybe 1 or 2 have said they love the Navy. For some reason, no one really.
Whoa, okay,
'cause you're
yeah.
gone. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not disrespecting the Navy.
Right,
I don't know.
yeah.
Maybe it's just
Yeah.
I have yet to meet a lot of people
Right.
who are like, oh, I love the Navy.
Yeah.
And the Army has its faults, but there's so many jobs. So anyways,
true.
I went into the Army recruiter. His name is it was Sergeant Magnum. We're still
Yeah.
close, by the way.
Cool.
My recruiter. And he's like, dude, you might want to be an officer.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you if you went in.
That's another story. That's a
Oh.
good one. You want that story
Yeah,
too?
yeah.
So anyway, I was gonna be an officer in the Army, which means like you're in charge. I
Yep.
was like, hell yeah! I got my interdisciplinary
I
studies
know,
degree.
yeah.
I'm jazzed
But your
up.
grade point average matters, right?
No, I got into OCS.
You did not.
Yes, I did.
Oh,
I didn't graduate.
man, I tried to do that, and my grade point average was too low.
No, I got
Anyway.
I got my grades up. At the
Oh,
end.
okay. You
I
did well.
graduated
Okay.
with a 3.5.
Oh, yeah, you did well.
3.4, 3.5.
Yeah, you did well.
And it was North Texas too. It's
a good school, dude.
Yeah, but it was easy. I mean,
Yeah.
I learned in college, Matt, at first. If you just show up to the classes,
It's true. That's
the
half the
teachers
battle,
aren't
dude.
going to let you fail.
Yeah.
I tell my
Yeah.
boys that. I'm like, dude, I
Right.
don't care if you're there and that teacher is like, hey, you know what? Matt and Job are really putting forth. We're
Right.
going to graduate.
Put
these
some
boys.
effort in, and yeah,
Because
exactly.
a lot of people, now that I'm older, I'm like, the kids don't put effort.
Nope.
Or if they have
Nope.
one bad day, they're like, oh, the whole semester.
Exactly.
And they don't
Yeah.
kind of, I'm like, dude, you got to
Yeah.
build up again. Let's
Yeah.
go, you know?
That's what it's about. Yeah.
So I went to, I left 3 weeks later, went to basic training.
Wow, where at? Where was
Fort
it?
Leonard Wood.
Yeah.
basic
What was
training.
that like?
Well,
you,
I
was it
went
hard?
in as a specialist.
Oh, that's right,
Because I was
yeah.
going to be an officer. So
Yeah.
I took a big beating. Everybody can attest to this. That was going to be an OCS the way I did it, to go
Yeah.
to the pipeline. It's the hardest thing to do because you're taking
Really?
ridicule from day one. Because you're coming in at about to be their
yeah.
boss, you know. So imagine
Oh,
the drill
dude.
sergeants.
Yeah.
They rode us. There were 7 of us.
Oh,
there,
really?
And
Wow.
they rode us. I mean,
Wow.
it was. I don't want to say a lot what really goes on, but it
Oh,
was
wow.
it's probably different from today.
Shut up.
Yes, when I went
Is it
there.
like some hazing type stuff?
Dude,
Like
yes.
pretty hardcore, yeah.
Hardcore,
yeah.
yes. It was. I remember we'd have our scheduled fights, and the drill sergeants would leave. People would get on
Scheduled
the
what?
fights. You'd have privates
Shut
in the
up.
barracks. Oh, drill sergeants leave, dudes beat the hell out of each other. I mean, it's a
What?
different- It's a
Whoa.
different thing, you
Okay,
know.
I didn't know that.
Because back then when I went through,
Yeah.
me and you were a team, so
Yeah.
like you might be in charge of making sure the floors are clean.
Okay.
Well, if I come and smark your floors up and I'm disrespecting, you're like,
Right.
dude, what the hell?
Yeah.
I just mopped these floors, dude. You're being a real asshole
Yeah,
right now,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So you had different responsibilities.
Okay.
So imagine, a bunch of young 18-year-olds trying to.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of people
okay.
don't realize about basic training.
Dang,
The drill
dude.
sergeants are there, but a lot of it is just growing as a team together.
Oh,
kind of.
awesome.
And
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah.
kind of transitions you into a civilian to protecting your brother. It's
Okay. Yeah, that makes total
transitioning
sense,
mode.
dude.
So,
Yeah.
there's a lot that goes in.
Uh-huh.
And then we take hazing from the drill sergeant because
Yeah.
we're officers.
Okay.
And then Amber wrote me a letter, and it says Lieutenant Hickman on this letter.
What?
Yes,
What was
because she
that
was
about?
like trying to encourage me to keep my head up, you know.
Oh,
But I haven't
wow.
graduated OCS yet, so I'm just
Yeah.
a private essentially.
What was that letter like?
The drill sergeant's read it to everybody. And he goes, "Oh, we have a lieutenant in the room. Everybody stand up and give this man a bow."
Dang.
So I'm
Oh,
like,
man.
"Oh, so imagine that, dude." So that
Yeah.
was probably the first 3 weeks of basic
hilarious,
training.
yeah.
So it was beat down city for the rest. I mean,
No,
I
dude.
had the works.
Yeah,
dude. I
yeah.
had the works.
That's
you know?
crazy, dude. Yeah.
But I went to OCS, but I didn't graduate.
Why?
So, how it is, in OCS is 9 times out of 10, it's a 95% graduation rate.
Wow.
You just keep your head down and go through
Yeah.
everything's fine. When I went through, imagine 2008, and then where the government shut down.
Mm-hmm.
So the feds had to cut a lot of cut.
Okay.
So basically, there was 100 commissioning slots, and then so they had to cut everybody else. We had 100 slots. Usually there's like 230 in a class, but so
Okay.
we had 200. They had to get down to 100 people.
Okay. Wow.
And you have to remember, National Guard and reserves already have their job slots because
Okay.
the state and the feds have already paid for their job.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
really, you're competing with 75 people for 15 slots.
Whoa.
Yes.
Dude, that's messed up.
And when
Yeah.
I tell you, it's like you do combatives, everything's graded. Like, I mean, I
wow.
remember one time they put us all in a ring at 3 o'clock in the morning. Drill sergeants turned away, and they were like, "Just go at it," because they
Dude.
needed injuries, they needed
That is
stuff.
wild,
And I don't
yeah.
know, I might get in trouble for saying a bunch, but they needed a nutrition naturally.
Right.
Right. So
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that caught people
Weeding them out.
weeding
Yeah.
them out, and I made an 88 on my call
No.
for fire. And
Is
that
that
88, because my
under-
PT test, I was maxed out.
You
Believe
were?
it or not,
Yeah,
yes.
no, I believe it.
Yeah, I would
Absolutely,
do
yeah.
76 push-ups.
Yeah.
About 80 sit-ups. My mile was
Cool.
15 flat. So that
Yeah.
puts you at like around almost max and everything else.
Okay.
So I was in good shape.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all we were doing was working out.
Right,
When you
yeah.
go through this. But I made an 88 on call for fire.
And you have to make it 90 at least?
No,
or-
it dropped
not?
me on the OML list.
Oh.
From like my grade point was like I don't know, like a 96.3 to like a 94.7. But it's that close in decimals that I didn't make the next cut. So there was probably 30 of us that day. Jess was there.
That didn't.
Yeah, Jess Mays. We went. That's
Jess
how
was
me, that's how
there?
me and Jess met.
No way,
Yep.
dude. I
we
didn't know
met at
that.
OCS. Yeah, we met in the day room at OCS.
Wow.
Yeah, we became
Huh.
firefighters together. We were really
That's
we were real
amazing,
tight.
dude.
Me and Jess
Yeah.
lived together essentially. We were close.
I knew y'all were close. So wait, so you didn't get to be an officer then?
So I did the walk of shame. I had to drag I never told him this story. I had to drag my rucksack back to it to walk of shame, and you go back into a holding company. And Matt,
That's
when I tell you,
interesting,
you
dude.
could be at the holding company for 2 weeks or 2 years, you don't know how long you're going to stay there.
Yeah.
And I could reclass. I could try being an officer again, but my contract was only 3 years. So I
Okay.
went as an officer.
Yeah.
Amber's pregnant with Emma.
Oh.
So I'm like, well, shit, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get a job. You know, I gotta just. So I switched to the enlisted side,
Wow.
and I got firefighter MOS.
Did you like
because
that?
it's the shortest graduation time.
Yeah, that's right.
Emma was being born, so I had to graduate and get back to Amber.
Yeah.
I liked it. It's super cool.
Yeah.
I love being a firefighter. It's not like the movies.
Right.
You know, you
Yeah.
don't get like a lot of cool. Believe it or not, firefighters love fires.
Yeah.
And
of course.
Air Forces and armies is real big in the fire prevention.
Okay.
So
yeah.
there's not a lot of fires on military
Right.
bases. So
Yeah,
it's not like a
exactly.
lot. We do traffic accidents. We do
Yeah. That's right.
I did like a lot of in-flight emergency stuff like that. We did like wildland. I did a wildland fire. That was cool.
Wildland?
Did a couple
What's
in
that?
California. We deployed out.
Wow,
to some
dude. Yeah,
wildland
that's cool.
firefighting. That was
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Hard work, dude.
bet.
You never want to do that job.
Wow.
Oh, I respect them guys so
Yeah,
much. Oh,
that's
so
we
much. I did it for 2 weeks, and it was
Yeah.
strenuous. But
So what brought you to Goodfellow?
so I got, we were at Fort Bragg before Goodfellow, and I got slotted as an instructor here at Goodfellow.
Okay, yeah.
So then we left Fort Bragg in 2017, and then was stationed here, and then I got out in 21 from the Army.
Nice,
So
dude.
that was my
Yeah.
last little stint here. We were
Cool.
stationed at Fort Lewis, Benning, and Bragg.
Okay.
Yes.
Wait, you got out in 21?
21. Yes.
You did?
Yeah,
I thought
March
it was, for
20
some reason, it's like
maybe-
22 or 23.
no, 20
I don't know. But,
It could be 22.
okay, yeah.
I don't say I'm I think it's 21. March
Yeah.
20 is
Were
21.
you glad to get out? Or did
Yes
you
and
wanna-
no.
Yeah.
So like, real estate obviously pays better.
Yeah.
You know, so that's great. I enjoy that. I love the freedom of being a realtor. I'm on schedule.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll tell you what it is, Matt. It's like leaving high school. You leave all your buddies behind.
That's what it seems like to me.
You
It
know?
would be like that, yeah.
And then when you get out of the Army, all you do when you're active duty, you're surrounded by military 24/7. So you're going to Army parties, you're hanging out
Right.
in the Army. You know, that's all you do is talk Army.
I would like that a lot.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
loved it. I love.
Yeah.
I mean, best friends I've ever had my entire
Yeah.
life. You know, I still talk to them. Obviously, we were served together.
Yeah.
You know, so when I got out, you know, and I've talked. The hardest thing for me is you lose your homies, you lose your friends. You know.
Yeah.
And then that's why I got into stocks because I was just kind
Okay.
of homebody. And,
Sure, yeah.
You know, it's kind of hard to have a conversation with somebody when you just get out of the Army because you're like, what are you going to talk about?
I know, right?
Because this guy
Yeah.
doesn't know Army. And
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
your whole life.
Yeah, for the
And
last
people-
however long. Yeah.
You know, and people don't realize that it's such a life that it's like it's its own world
yeah.
essentially.
It seems
Like living
it, yeah.
on base, like
Uh-huh.
it's just a whole.
Yeah.
You know, whenever our shopping march, everything's different. The whole
Yeah.
world is ran different. In the
Wow,
military. Like even
yeah.
the schools. Like he was born
That's
in a military
crazy.
base in
Yeah?
Fort Lewis. So then Jude was born at Fort Bragg.
Wow.
So it's just a different life, and then you're
Uh-huh.
trying to get out, and you're still trying to. You're trying to essentially find yourself.
Yeah, I
again.
bet.
It's really weird.
kind of
It's-
an identity crisis in a
Yes.
way. Yeah.
It's kind of like the washing machine will
Wow.
spin you around for so many years and just dump you out, and they're like, all right, well, you
Good
know.
luck.
So then,
We'll see you
but it's
later.
also at the same time exciting because then I'm like, well, shit,
Yeah.
I can do what I
Do
want to do.
whatever you want,
I can
yeah.
do whatever I want to do. If I want to.
Do you have retirement? Like, will you get?
Yeah, so I was
good,
was
man.
med boarded out of the.
Oh,
so
that's what I thought.
I was
Yeah, okay.
medically retired out.
Yeah, I remember
So
you
yes,
talking
I
about
have
that.
my
Okay.
retirement from the
Good.
VA, not
Cool.
from the Army, just from the VA.
Okay,
But
yeah.
I'm blessed. Like
Yeah.
I have free health care. I have a great
that's
little
amazing.
pension from the VA. Yes,
Yeah.
Amber and I are really blessed. for
Cool,
that.
dude.
We don't pay
Yeah.
property taxes. That's a
Wow,
huge
that's
blessing. In the state of
awesome.
Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Heck
I'm
yeah,
completely
dude.
blessed. The Army. I love the Army.
Thank you for your service.
No,
dude.
you're welcome.
And you know, I forgot to tell Jason Bright. His interview came out today, but thank you for your service, Jason. If you see this,
It's a
But yeah.
different to this day. Anytime I see somebody in the military, It doesn't matter which branch.
Yeah.
I can't stress that enough. Just telling people like, "Hey, I really appreciate you."
Yeah.
'Cause it's a lot, and
Yeah.
what it is, and no one ever gets love is military spouses. It's the hardest job.
Wow, yeah.
You know, women like Amber is raising kids. I'm always gone. You're working. I was living at the fire station.
Yep.
You're on shift. You know,
Yep.
anybody in the military, any spouse, and then as soon as they have some friends and they start to get, a little momentum in life, they get uprooted and thrown to
Yep.
another duty station.
Yep,
It's
it's
the
gotta be
hardest
hard,
job
man.
being spouses
Oh,
and being
yeah.
family and military.
Yep.
You don't see the same recognition, and that breaks my
Yeah.
heart. Actually,
You're right.
I gave the speech at the Veterans Day
You
in Great
did?
Creek. Yeah.
Dang,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. That was
That's amazing. So, what? I ask everybody this, but what are, after having gone through this whole
Yeah.
journey, what are 3 things that you're just really genuinely grateful for right now in your life?
Man, I am grateful for these 3 kids.
Yeah,
I'll be
cool.
honest. Like that's because life is hard and
Yeah.
I deal with people all day and
Mm-hmm.
you're stressed and I'm extremely grateful that I have 4 other human beings that love me as much as I love them.
That's right.
And I think
Yeah.
a lot of people lose track of that.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
you're always trying to go out with your friends and do
Right.
things, but the people at the house is just that's what I'm grateful for. Is
Cool.
being loved. My next grateful thing is being healthy.
Yeah. Oh,
Honestly,
yeah.
at these
Yeah.
age, I see people our age. I'm like,
I
man,
know, dude.
Like,
They're
I
bad
hear
off,
this
some of
stories. They're bad off.
Yeah.
Just not healthy. So
Yeah.
I've been trying to try to.
How much do you weigh? You look good, dude.
No,
How
I
much do you
look
weigh?
terrible.
No,
I
you don't. I
gained
promise.
210.
I would tell you.
I'm 210 now.
I promise you do. Though. Like
Yeah.
you look
I
like you're
was
pretty fit right now.
225.
Were you?
Yes, I was huge. At your boot camp, I was probably 195, 200.
Yeah.
But yes, I gained
Where
some
are you
weight.
working out right now?
Waiting on you to open up boot camp again?
Dude, you're not working out right now?
Well, no, I've been slacking.
You
I'm
look
not
like
gonna
you
lie.
have. Yeah.
So Amber and I joined Orange Theory.
Yeah, is Nora still there?
She
I
just
heard
quit.
yeah, that's what I heard.
She just quit. I'll be honest, I don't know.
Did you like it? It was okay sometimes.
Okay, so I can't even make that. I'll be honest. I probably went 3 times in 6 months, so it's hard for me to really gauge it because I kept promising Nora, and I just wasted probably $2,000 in memberships and never went.
Ah, dude, yeah.
But Amber,
Why?
Because
You just wasn't your thing, or?
from real estate, we don't want to. We're around people 24/7.
Yeah.
We just want to be able to put the phones down and have somebody yell at us and tell us what to do.
Yeah, I get that.
And that's why we loved your boot
Yeah.
camp. Matt had the best boot camp
Yeah.
class ever in San
Maybe we'll
Angelo.
bring it back
and
soon.
Courtney Green, the best spin class back in the day.
that was
ever.
awesome. That was
Like,
fun.
We used to
that was
love.
a good era, dude.
That's how I
That was a
met
good
Matt
era.
at Sports U.
Yeah,
Or
Fitness
U.
United, yeah.
That
That was a
amazing.
fun
dude.
era, dude.
And he'd work
Yeah.
you to death. He'd be yelling.
Yeah.
And remember, I used to work out with, he hired me to be his
Who?
in-school suspension teacher, Waters.
Bill?
Waters. Remember,
Shut
Bill was
up.
my
Oh, yeah,
workout
Bill's
partner with
awesome.
you
That's
at boot
right.
camp.
Dude.
And he hired me to be his.
To do what?
I got out of the Army, and I was just in a really. Amber had reached out and said, "You need to get Job a job."
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
Bill was
At
like-
Central or what?
Yes.
Is he still there?
No, he
Where did he
retired.
go?
You know,
I
I don't
actually
know.
invited him on,
don't
and he
know
said
where he went.
eventually, but we never got around. But I want him to come on. You don't know where he
I
went?
don't know. He retired the year after he hired me. So he had to retire in like 2000, and he's been done now for 10 years. Yeah,
10 years?
I'm saying 10 years.
Oh, I didn't know it was that long. Well, what else?
No, you're right. Not 10
It's
years.
gotta be like,
no,
I don't know,
I was
3 or
there in
4.
2022.
Yeah,
So he
that makes
he
sense.
got out in
That makes
23.
sense.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And then he's like, "Hey, do you want to be my in-school suspension?" So I'm fresh out of the Army too.
Yeah.
Man. I got out on a Friday.
Yeah.
And was Bill's
Dang.
in-school suspension teacher.
What is that? You just like watch the bad kids?
Yeah. So like,
Okay.
if you get in trouble for fighting, yelling,
Yeah.
vaping,
Yeah.
you come hang out with me during the day.
Were you an asshole to the kids? and
No, that's why I
Really? You were
wasn't
cool with
for
them?
me. Oh, dude, I love them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a
stuff?
good
They
time.
liked coming to you.
Yeah, they did. And I had
I can
another.
see that.
And principals were like, "Hey, dude,
Yeah.
like they had to shut down my classroom because we were
Shut up.
bullshitting too much, and we had to. I
can see that.
had to learn how to do it the right way with
Oh,
the
yeah.
other guy.
Yeah.
There were no talking, no nothing. But
Yeah.
you know me, dude. I can't go 8 hours
Yeah.
without talking.
Yeah, no.
And I'm like, dude, I'm losing my mind in this
Yeah.
in this building.
Yeah.
But
That's hilarious.
I got out of the Army Friday. They showed us some in-school class, and I'm like, "Hey, dude, put your shit up. Dress right dress. You know, I'm getting
Yeah.
on to these boys because I'm
Yeah.
I'm
Good.
changing their life, too.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
I love that, yeah.
Because I wanted to be a juvenile probation
You'd
officer.
be amazing
'Cause I
at
used
that,
to do the
dude.
summer camps with all, like, the
You should
kid-
still do that. Dude.
Yes, I would
Yeah.
love that, yes.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, I used to mentor a lot of, I
Cool.
went down a bad road when I was a kid.
Yeah,
You know,
cool.
so I was always trying to, like, trying
Yeah,
to rebuild
dude.
their lives. That's
Heck
been my
yeah.
passion, especially
That's
young
awesome,
men. It's
man.
been my.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
So what else are you great? One more thing.
what's that?
One more thing you're grateful for.
Oh, man, I am grateful to be. It sounds cliche, but I'm grateful to be a realtor in San Angelo.
Yeah,
because
that's not
I
cliche.
really feel. I'm sure there's some clients out there that are irritated at me. I get it,
yeah.
but I feel as if like I really do. I really take pride. I love helping people.
Yeah,
It
dude,
makes
I know
me
you- I
on
can
closing
tell.
day, dude. They light up, and I get to be the
Man.
person who are like. Because they always tell me, man, I didn't think I could buy this house.
Dude, that's
And
so
it just
cool,
makes me
dude.
feel so. I'm grateful to
Yes.
be. I'm grateful for my job.
Yes.
To be honest,
That's
I love the
amazing.
job and
Yeah.
I love my kids.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful to be loved.
Absolutely,
That's
dude.
kind of my
Yeah.
3 pillars.
Love
So,
it, dude. Well, thank you, man, for doing this.
Oh,
This was
I appreciate
awesome, brother.
you. Yeah, it was a great time.
It was, dude.
Insane.
This was fun. All right, guys, you heard it here. This was Job Hickman. Take care. We'll catch you on the next one. All right.
It's
Dude,
easy.
that was awesome, man.
That's good.
Thank you, Job, for coming on. Great episode. Really enjoyed that conversation. Just very relatable. Just a guy trying to raise a family, living in West Texas. Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you later.
Yeah, we rise, we inspire. Forged by fire, turn the pressure into power. For real.